Hey everyone, Mona B here. So I'm back with another hair tutorial. I've been seeing this hairstyle all over social media, like curly bangs in a bun, and I was like, I want to recreate that look and see how I can get it to suit me. Now, of course, my hair isn't long enough for the style, so I was like, maybe I can play around with some Marley hair. So that's what I went ahead and did, and this is what I came up with. So you guys will see how I achieved this whole look, and I just love it. Like, it's just so, like, I don't even know the proper word. It's like edgy, but like cute and flirty at the same time. I just really love it, and I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you on my next one. Bye. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I'm starting out with a old twist out that I went ahead and stretched out. And here I'm just showing you the leave-in conditioner that I applied and the olive oil that I put on top of that just to coat my hair before I use the gel. Here's the hair tie I'll be using, and this is the gel. I'll be using the Pro olive oil gel. Then I'm just going to apply a generous amount of the gel around the perimeter of my head. Gel is optional. You don't have to use gel, but I like to use it so I can get a really sleek look, and you can also use the gel of your choice. And as you see here, as I'm applying the gel, I'm also smoothing the gel going upward just to help with the brushing process by just smoothing it up with my hands. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my brush and brush my hair going upward. So I'm going to be doing a really high bun. So I'm just trying to brush it up as fast as I can so that it doesn't start to shrivel up, because my hair will start to shrivel up with the gel. And I'm just going to continue to do that until I feel like I got it as smooth and as sleek as I want it to be. Alright, so now it's time to apply the ponytail holder, and I'm just making sure the back of my hair is really slick and smooth, and then I'm just going to put it into a little bun. And I did make it tight, but it's not tight to the point where it is giving me a headache, but it's tight enough where it's going to hold and be nice and sturdy. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and apply some more gel to my edges. I'm going to use my hair toothbrush, and I'm going to slick up my edges really nicely. And then I'm going to follow up with this 24-hour edge tamer edge control. And I'm just going to put that on top of the gel, and I'm just going to slick up my hair, and I also put some around the back of my hair as well. Once I get my hair all smooth how I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and apply my silk scarf to my head, and I'm just going to make sure that every part of my hair is covered so it can be nice and slick and sleek in the morning. Moving right along, we're going to go ahead and start preparing our bang, and this is the hair that I'll be using for the bun and the bang. And here is the other pack of hair that I'll be using, this teal color, and I will be sure to link the hair in the description box below. So I took about 6 or 7 strands of hair, and I just mixed in the two colors, and now I'm going to go ahead and take a hair tie, and I'm just going to loop it around the hair to create a loop so that I'll be able to attach it to my bun. And basically you're just going to loop the hair tie through its own self. So you're going to take one side of it, loop it through the other side, and pull it tight to create the loop. And then I'm just going to take the hair tie and apply it to my wig mannequin stand just for the purpose of this video. And then I'm just going to apply this leave-in conditioner to the hair to soften up the hair a bit, because it is really coarse and it's kind of hard. So I'm just trying to loosen it up a bit. And then I'm going to take my wide tooth comb and I'm going to detangle the hair a bit. And when you're detangling the hair, be sure to keep a pair of scissors handy, because you may have to cut out some of the tangles, because I did get a few tangles when I was combing out the hair. And then after doing that, I went ahead and cut some of the hair off of the bottom because it was a bit too long. You'll be able to tell how long you want your bang. Just put it up to your head and measure it out. That's simply what I did. As you see here, I'm just going to go ahead and take medium to small sections, and I'm using the white rods, and I'm going to roll the hair up with the rods. And I got these rods from Sally some years ago, but I'm sure you should be able to find some rods like this, or you can use whatever size rod you want. And I can say putting the leave-in conditioner on the hair did soften it up, and it made it a lot easier for me to roll it. And then I'm just going to continue to do that to all of the hair. And once you're done, your bang should look something like this. So now it's time to get the curls popping. So I went ahead and boiled some water in a pot on the stove. The stove is now turned off, and I'm just going to dip the bang into the pot of hot water. And I'm going to leave it in there for a few minutes just to ensure that the curls actually take to the heat and they get really curly. And I'm just moving the hair around in the pot just to make sure all sections get touched by the water so the curls can be really curly. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the bang out of the pot, and I'm just going to put it into a towel and make sure I dry the hair off with the towel, like pat dry it basically. And then I'm just going to go ahead and hang the bang up to dry overnight. And it is the next day, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the rods out of the bang. The bang is nice and dry. That's why it's important to do it at night so it can hang dry. And then I'm going to go ahead and take off my satin scarf. And as you can see, my hair is pretty sleek. And I'm just going to apply some olive oil for extra shine. And then I'm going to attach the bang to my little bun. And then I'm just going to go ahead and tie it off to the side. Now it's time to work on the bun. So here I'm taking about, I think 6 to 7 strands of hair I used. And I just mixed the two colors of hair together. And then I'm just going to go ahead and apply the hair tie like I did to the bang. And then I'm just going to attach that to my little bun as well towards the back, because I attached the bang, of course, towards the front. That strand of hair just would not let me be great. Like, it kept getting in my face. Alright, so now that I have the hair attached to my head, I'm just going to go ahead and do a really big twist on the hair. This is optional, you don't have to do that. And then I'm just going to wrap it around my little bun into a bun. And once I got it to the way I wanted it to be, I just went ahead and put the excess hair underneath the bun. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take some open bobby pins and pin the bun down in place. I like to make my buns look like a little donut, but you can shape your bun however you want it to be. And I'm just going to continue to pin the bun until I feel like it's secure. After I pinned my bun down, I went ahead and added some of the olive oil gel because I noticed I had some flyaways. And then I didn't like the way my edges were looking, so I wanted to re-slick them down. And then I went ahead and applied my satin scarf for about 10 minutes. But this is optional, you don't have to do this step. Now we're going to move on to working on our bang. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and trim the bang down because obviously it's too long. And I couldn't find my shears, so don't come from me. I just used a regular pair of scissors. And I'm just trimming the hair up to how I want it to be to frame my face. You can leave your bang long if you want to, but that's not the look that I was going for. And then I'm just separating the curls here a bit, but not too much because I don't want them to be super frizzy. So I'm separating them and trimming them as I go, just to shape them up to how I want them to look. You'll know how you want yours to look, so you just basically can play around with it until you get it the way you want it to be. And I'm just going to continue to do that until I get it to how I want it to look. I didn't want to cut the bang anymore because I like the way it looks, so I just took some closed bobby pins, and what I'm going to do at the very top of the bang, I'm just kind of going to scrunch it up and pin it down just to adjust it to how I want it to be and make it really secure. And I'm just going to do that all the way across the top of the bang. And the bobby pins won't be visible. You will not be able to see them. And once I'm done doing that, I'll be all done. So here is the finished look. I just love the color. It is so cute.